Hello everyone, welcome to the Ride With Me channel, and today we're doing a pro bike check, not a pro bike check, on my Canyon Nerve 6.0 AL 2016 edition, or the 2017 Neuron 7.0 with a few very minor changes. Anyway, let's get right to it. Alright, so I have a completely blacked out large frame. What I really like about the Neuron or the Nerve is that it's somewhere in between cross country and a trail bike with 120 millimeters of suspension front and rear. Actually, let's start with suspension. So I got the Reba RL in the front, 120 mils on there. I run the rebound dampener half the way through, and I run about 115 psi of pressure in there, which is quite a lot, but I really like it a bit stiffer, especially for pumping through stuff. And at the rear I have the Monarch RL. I run 160 psi of pressure in there, but the rebound is slightly slower, so one click under half the way through. The drivetrain is a bit of a mismatch of a bunch of different components. So I have SLX shifters, SLX front derailleur, but I got a Deore 3x10 drivetrain. So it's a 40, a 30 and a 22 on there. At the rear there's an 11 to 38 cassette, if I'm not mistaken, so a 10 speed at the rear. It came with an XT derailleur, but I swapped it to an XTR one with a clutch because I found a really good deal on that one. Really happy with the XTR clutch derailleur. On my shifters I like to run some grip tape, especially for when I'm riding with gloves on, so that my fingers aren't slipping all over the shifters. You can buy this grip tape at the local skate shop, but I got mine at IKEA. I run Pro lock-on grips. I don't know the exact model of these, but they're very comfortable and very grippy with the gloves that I use. So the brakes are not part of any special Shimano line, so they're probably just below Deore in terms of quality. Not a lot of adjustability, if there's no adjustability whatsoever on these brakes, but I run 180 millimeter rotors front and rear. Kind of gives me enough stopping power, but I would like some beefier brakes on this bike in the future. As you can see on the brake levers as well, I do run them with grip tape, which makes it just that little bit easier. So this bike has 650B or 27.5-inch wheels. They're Mavic Crossride FTS X models, and I'm running Schwalbe Rocketron 2.6s on there. So the tires themselves are actually way too wide for these rims, and it only barely fits the frame. Got 21 millimeters of internal diameter on these rims with really wide tires, and it's not perfectly stable, but until I have money to go with wider rims, this is probably what I'm going to stick to. So I did set up these tires tubelessly, and I run them completely out of spec. So at the front I'm only running 800 grams of pressure, so 0.8 bars. I think that's about 13 psi or something. And then at the rear I run it slightly higher to get lower rolling resistance, because I do use this bike for road rides as well. So at the rear I got 1.3 bars of pressure. You may have seen in previous videos that I was running egg beater 3s from Crank Brothers. I broke one of those pedals, so now I'm running the egg beater 1s, and here as well there's grip tape on there. Now on the shifters the grip tape lasts for about a month. I have to replace it every single week on the pedals because they just get way more wear, but I love the extra sort of security you get from running grip tape on these pedals. As you can see, no dropper seat post, not a weight thing, more of a budget thing. I don't have, the money for a dropper post, and I don't want to get a cheap one. Also the standard Iridium saddle, standard Iridium stem, slammed all the way down and put upside down for that extra bit of aerodynamics. And then also the standard bars, which I haven't cut down or anything. So to know where I'm going, I got the Garmin Edge 520. I also have the heart rate monitor. I have the hub speed sensor and also the cadence sensor, which is on my left crank arm, to really get more data when I'm riding. Not that I actually need it, I just like seeing the numbers. Right, so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more similar content, hit the subscribe button for the next videos. And if you want to follow me on Strava or Twitter or Instagram, there are links for that in the description below. For now though, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.